this bureau right here was a little bit too harsh, aggressive. And I personally am more of a mellow type of guy. You know, a nice slow motion, chill hop music. But yeah, I got a new studio. Technically, it's not just a new studio, it's my first studio. I mean, till this moment I've worked from home, from my room, and I wouldn't consider that a studio. But now this is a proper working space, studio, atelier, call it whatever you want. And it just feels so amazing, and I'm so incredibly grateful for it. The other reason why it's not new, it's because I've had it now for like 5-6 months, but there was plenty of work to be done. So this won't be your typical painting process video. It still will be a process, but of an artwork that I will rather keep just for myself. Artwork that will inspire me, will motivate me, will drive me to create more and be more productive. And yeah, I decided to share this process with you, and I still hope that you will enjoy it. As I said before, this is not a painting video, I'm just using a canvas to make it. I don't have enough canvas. I'm using a smaller canvas to make it. I lied before, I love the aggressive shots. Alright, to the point I'm trying to make. So, usually when you start a painting, you have a clear white surface, a blank canvas that you're gonna work on. Now you may have an idea, or maybe you're using a reference, but altogether you have a fairly clear vision of what you're gonna transpond to the canvas. Although there are other times, not so often, but for example, if you have watched my last video of making this painting that I painted over another painting that I didn't like, and with this space right here, the story is pretty much the same. This space have been a carpentry workshop, and then for a while haven't been used at all, so at first when I saw it, it was definitely hard to have a clear vision of what this mess is gonna turn in. I had to make the canvas clear and white again, I had to prime it. And the priming in this case was to put drywalls and floor. Now, I've never done that, so it was definitely a slow learning process, and what I learned is that you gotta prepare yourself for drilling and cutting, and maybe some more drilling and cutting, and definitely lots of more drilling. And yeah, I could have called a construction company to do all this stuff, but I wouldn't learn anything, and it would be much more expensive, and you know, I'm a painter. After the floor and the walls were ready and done, it was time to give some life to this space. And the most important asset for a room to have its own identity, in my opinion, are the furnitures. So one thing was sure, everything gotta be customized. This too was the first thing I built, literally from leftover materials, and frankly it's my favorite thing in the whole studio. It really reminds me of the Van Gogh's chair. And yeah, it's not the perfect shape or maybe even the most comfortable one, but it's looking nice, and it's so stable that I can use it as a ladder and even jump on it. Well, maybe not jump on it. It is a solid one, I mean, it's all you need from a stool. Other essential that I needed as a painter, as someone that keeps his hands dirty and have lots of supplies that gotta be cleaned, was a proper big sink. And again, I made it from 2 pallets and what was left over from the flooring. But still, it wasn't looking good enough, so I had to paint it, and that was the easy part. But still, there are some decks that I haven't found the right color for. So far you may be thinking, alright, I'll give it to you, you've done a fairly good job, but what are those 4 frames on the wall? And no, they are not there just to hang my t-shirt on. And some of you guys, I made a poll on Instagram, and some of you, and by some I mean a lot of you, thought that this is actually a TV stand, which I'm not gonna lie is kind of offensive. I mean, I'm here to work, not to spend my time and watch TV, but okay, I'll take it. Now see, this table is gonna be my palette. And I know it's huge, but that's great because I can work on several projects at once. And it is glass, so it's really easy to clean off and to mix the paints. And I painted the other side so that I can have a clear view of the paints that I'm gonna display. But see, this humongous table doesn't correspond really good with this small and kind of a flimsy easel. I mean, it's a great easel, my first easel ever. Thank you, Mom. I'll still be using it, but I'll need something bigger. And so far, by watching this video, I hope you have come to the conclusion that I'm a firm believer that the best way to do something in this life is do it yourself style. Now that's a big easel, and I actually thought of buying one, but like no matter how big it is, I wouldn't be able to work on multiple paintings at once. And with this one, I can move it up and down however I need it. Probably I will stain it and varnish it in the future, because I don't like the color. I mean, I want a black or mahogany, or maybe I will put some colors to it. And I will attach like a board. If you remember, in my last studio I had in my room I had like a backboard that I put my paints, and it's really practical and it's looking kind of nice. So for sure here I will make the same thing, because this isn't practical. But that will be somewhere in the future, because I've spent too much time building out this studio and like have a lot of work piled up. And actually this is not the only thing that I have to finish. There are a lot of stuff. For example, this shelf that I found it here, I sandpaper it, I stain it, I varnish it. I won't leave each shelf like this. I mean, I will stain it. In the end, all of these shelves have to look something like this shelf right here. But as I said, I spent like too much time with this studio, so I will do this stuff in the future. And yeah, over the course of the next months, things will add up and this space will start to look good. I mean, I still think it's looking pretty dope. Still can't fully comprehend it. Like, I have a studio. This is a dream of mine, literally, since I've been a child. Like, to have a space where I can do stuff, create stuff. Well, when I was a child, it was to have a tree house, but all the same, to have a space where I can create something, to make ideas come to life. Not only paintings, yeah, that's my main job, that's what I do, but maybe it will be just a stool or shelves or some DIY project or a video. I just want the whole process, filming, editing, post-production. And yeah, I've never been consistent here on YouTube, especially now the past months as I have been building out this studio. But now, yeah, I will be. And don't expect only painting videos. Yeah, that will be the main thing, but expect like just maybe there's a lot of DIY projects that will come along. Maybe it will be just a video with a message to it, but whatever it is, I hope after watching the video you will be at least a little bit inspired to go out and do something, create something, because I strongly believe that we as human beings are put on this earth, we are created to create, to make something good happen with this mind, soul and with these hands, with this body. And I just want to thank you for watching, supporting, buying my art. Like, some of you support me on monthly basis on Patreon. Like, you guys, you're amazing, and I cannot express how grateful I am. And of course, thanks to the people that helped me build out this space, to make it come to life, to the friends, family that have always been there for me, encouraged me. I'm so grateful for the people I have in my life. But most of all thanks are to him. Couldn't done it without God, wouldn't be here today without him. Thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. And when I say it all the time, but I truly hope that you enjoyed it and it brought to you a certain amount of joy. Maybe it's just a little tiny smile, but it's a valid one. And of course, like, subscribe, that always help, but do it only if you're enjoying what you're seeing. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one, next week. Big one is coming. Alright, see ya.